Greetings, everybody. Coming to you from my 2023 Nissan Versa S manual. I'm merging onto the highway right now. And so I wanted to answer a question and give a little bit of reasoning for my answer that a few people have asked me is, how long do I think this car will last? So just to recap, those who haven't seen my Versa videos before, I have owned 4 of these, this body style. I had a 20, 2 21s, and this 23. I go into details about why in my other videos if you're curious. But so basically, talking about the way this is built and what I've observed so far, these cars have been out, I believe since 2019 is when they first came out as a 2020 model. And there's several of them out there now for sale with over 100,000 miles on them. I think I saw one with 160,000. It actually had the CVT. And really all I saw on the Carfax was just routine maintenance. So it's my opinion that with proper maintenance, and by that I mean, let's say oil changes every 7,500, transmission oil every 30,000, coolant, I don't know, every 5 years, brake fluid every 2 years, brake and clutch fluid every 2 years, and regular rotation of the tires and stuff like that. I don't see why one of these wouldn't last hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles with no or very little things going wrong with it. It really seems like a super well-built car. You know, if a friend asked me, now this is not necessarily advice for anybody to take, do your own research, but if a friend asked me if I thought they should buy one, particularly if they're going to need to get a loan and make payments for 5 or 6 years, yeah, I would not have an issue with recommending that, because I've had mine 1.5 years. I mean, obviously I haven't put a whole lot of miles on it in that time, but you know, it definitely gets driven regularly, and I've had 0 issues. Now, check out some of my other videos to see some of the quirks this car has, but you know, this video in particular is just talking about how long it's going to last. So you know, there may be little things, I mean, who knows, maybe nothing, I don't know, but in terms of the fundamentals, engine, transmission, clutch, assuming you don't abuse any of that stuff, and you take care of it properly, I mean, I can see these going 300, 400, 500,000 miles. Certainly, you know, if you drive like the average 15,000 miles a year and you've got a 6-year loan, you know, that'd be 90,000 miles. You know, figure what, a set of tires or 2 in 90,000 miles, maybe a set of brakes. You know, you always have to plan for the maintenance things that might pop up. But in terms of repairs or whatever, I don't really see anything that strikes me. I've done some research on the forums and whatever, haven't really seen any major issues with these cars. They're pretty solid, you know, and it's funny, there's a lot of other cars out there these days, you know, like for example, Toyota Tundra comes to mind, where the engines are blowing up, and any other number of problems. I think the powertrain in this car is proven, and I think this engine is used in a lot of applications. I'm not sure how long it's been around. It's a timing chain engine, so that's not a maintenance you'll have to take care of. It seems like I'm starting to lose my voice, so I'm going to have to cut this video off if you've even made it this far. But yeah, that's it. I think this is a car you can buy and, you know, feel reasonably confident that it's going to hold up. And I also, again, this is not advice, but my opinion is that you absolutely don't want to buy an extended warranty. I think, you know, if you want to plan for maintenance and whatever, set aside $50 a month, $100 a month, just into a special account for car maintenance and possible repairs. I'm gonna drop that window down. But yeah, I think, you know, spending $1,500, $2,000, whatever the dealers charge for a service contract, especially since those all have really bad reputations and they're notorious for not covering things that break. So not only have you paid for too much money for an extended warranty, you're not going to be able to use it when the time comes around and you absolutely need to use it. So, just my thoughts. I think this is a good choice for somebody who doesn't want to spend a whole lot on a car, but they want a new car and they plan on keeping it a long time. I think really, if you're in a northern climate, the only real mystery is, you know, how long the body will hold up with rust. I think you can mitigate a lot of that if you keep the underside of the car clean. You know, I'm seeing cars now, one that comes to mind is Chevy Cruze, like 2011, 12, 13, maybe even 14 Chevy Cruzes now that are just completely rusted out. You know, like, that's a 10-year-old car. So I don't necessarily think that this car is built so much better that it wouldn't be susceptible to that without proper care. But yeah, just hitting the underside with the hose after you've driven it in the snow, just, you know, that's just maintenance. And that can go a long way to getting many more years out of your car. I think, you know, typically on a car like this, it's the body that goes before the drivetrain goes. So if you take care of that kind of thing, then you're not going to have to worry about that. At least not as much, or, you know, not as quickly as somebody who doesn't ever wash, wax, clean underneath, and whatever. All right, that's it. Let me know your thoughts or questions if you have any. I have tons of videos that I've done on my Versas. If you want to dig through them, I don't know how many. It's probably up to like 100 by now. All kinds of different topics. I'm actually surprised I thought of this topic. Thanks to a couple commenters for asking me that question, as I thought it was definitely something worth a video. All right, have a great day, everyone.